Hey you, yeah you, when was the last time you checked in on your child's mental health? You know, in a society where there's so much going on, you have peer pressure at school, you have technology, social media, it's very easy for a child's mental health to get jumbled. It's so easy for a child to be confused as to who they are, how they fit in. And I know as a mother myself that even thinking about having these conversations can be overwhelming. But don't worry, I found a really great workbook that can help guide you with such conversations. Stay tuned. So today, I'm going to talk about mental health when it comes to the youth, when it comes to our children. So this video is great not only for parents, but for teachers as well, especially in a society now where it's off and on. Children are either going to school to have in-person learning or they're back home with virtual learning. And in either scenario, mental illness is really growing rapidly among our youth, especially in the ages, middle school and high school, but starting as early as middle school. When children go out into the world and they don't start with a strong foundation of who they are, starting at home, they can be easily swayed either way, confused as to who they truly are. Not only that, just confusion when it comes to their emotions, their feelings, not knowing how to express themselves after a long day. I want to talk about a few different topics when it comes to mental health. We have judgment, panic, confusion, worry, fear, and rejection. All these things we don't think about when we send our children out into the world. And if you're a teacher, maybe it's a bit difficult to figure out how we're going to address these things with our students when you notice that slight change in their attitude when they're in the class, or when you're seeing them through the screen on Zoom, whatever virtual platform you're using, or when you're at home, you're a parent, and you notice some changes in your child's mood, and you want to figure out what's going on, but maybe you don't know how to ask the right questions, or you don't know how to start off the conversation, or it may be uncomfortable because maybe you're like me and you come from a family where we didn't discuss mental health, and there was a lot of mental illness in my family that has never been addressed. So I came across an amazing workbook to help you with those conversations. I'm going to show you right here. It's titled, I'm Stronger Than I Think, a workbook to learn about anxiety. And I'll bring it in closer so you'll be able to see the writer and illustrator. And I'll also have this information down in the description so you can go ahead and get your copy too. So about the author, I call Ms. Chanson, is a mental health therapist to children and adults, having received her master's in social work from Long Island University with 2 honored distinctions and a concentration in child and family welfare. Ms. Chanson is a new author seeking to share professional knowledge with parents and their children to learn about mental health. Having professional experience working with clients of a range of ages, Ms. Chanson has observed the importance of learning about mental health at a young age to promote mental and emotional strength in adulthood. And I just want to add in there too that I am an advocate for mental health. As I previously mentioned, there's a lot of mental illness in my family that has never been addressed, and I was pretty much forced to tackle my own mental health issues when I went to therapy for postpartum depression, and given that we didn't address these things in my family, there was no conversations about it. Somebody was just sad, they were just sad. They were angry, they were just angry, And I remember going to school, even going far back as elementary school, and dealing with trying to fit in, trying to find, friends, and being bullied or being teased or just being frustrated because maybe I didn't understand the homework assignment, so I didn't do it. So I got a bad grade, or maybe, I got sent to detention because I didn't know how to express myself properly in the classroom. So how I'm feeling or why I was doing what I was doing was never addressed. It was just dealt with whatever the consequence was. And that was at home and at school. And as I mentioned, there are statistics that show that mental health among young students, very young students, is not good. They're stressing out, they're sad, they're depressed. It's just really tough out here. So, like I stated, I was blessed to come across this book. And one of the things that I love about this book is right away there are scenarios to help you recognize what, rejection may look like, fear, frustration may look like. And this book was created specifically for parents and teachers. And I just want to make sure, give a disclaimer that this workbook is not a substitute for any therapeutic services, okay? If your child is coping with anxiety, depression, and you're addressing these, but it's not working, the symptoms are getting worse, please seek help. Find someone, talk to someone, get help for your child, okay? So, I had a chance. Now, my son is really young. He's only 3 so far. But even being a toddler and just watching his personality and how he deals with things, I'm learning too, as a first-time parent, just different ways that I can, address certain things, help him express himself as he grows. That's where it starts, So in this book, there are 3 chapters. Chapter 1 is called Today Was Rough. Chapter 2, Moving from Fear to Courage. Chapter 3, I'm Ready for Tomorrow. There's also a section in here that presents you with coping skills. And what I love is it closes with positive affirmations. What are positive affirmations? For example, say you wake up in the morning and you just want to say, today I'm going to have a dope day. That's a positive affirmation. Saying, I am strong. I will handle the day. Positive affirmation. And what's awesome is the illustration. It's amazing. So you start here. See this little girl, she's the question mark, she's confused. She's dealing with all these emotions. She's not sure how to express herself. But this workbook helps her along this way to find her strength. So let me just flip through the pages here and I'll show you. So once again, it's not just a book for reading, it's an actual workbook. So this helps you be able to sit down with your child or with that student and work through whatever emotions they're having. So you get to see here, once again, beautiful illustrations there. And right here, today was a rough day. I didn't get to complete my classwork because I had a hard time understanding the math problem. And the classmate was mean to me before lunchtime. And now I'm feeling nervous about my presentation tomorrow. Exercise for you, your child, for you and the student. Write about a time in school you felt you were having a rough day. What was happening? So this is a great guide, a beautiful guide to help you start that difficult conversation. you're not sure how to address, once again, you notice something is off, add this to your collection at home. Start your collection if you don't already have one. It's time that we address the mental health of our tomorrow. Our children, our students, they are the future. And with everything that's going on, they need to learn coping skills now more than ever before. So I hope you enjoyed this review. Once again, I'll have the link to this book, author's website, and the illustrator down in the description. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and leave a comment. How do you cope with a bad day? If you're a parent, do you help your child cope with a bad day? And if so, share some tips. How do you do that? Also, let me know some other great mental health books, mental health workbooks that may be out there that you may want me to review. So yes, thank you, and have